Let's get started with our first news. Arman already has a fight date locked in, and his coach confirmed it in a recent interview with Levivana. The excitement is building as fans and analysts alike start speculating about who his next opponent will be. Arman has been on a tear in the octagon, showcasing his incredible skill set, and this upcoming matchup is expected to be no different. Everyone is watching closely, anticipating a performance that could solidify his place among the top contenders. UFC matchmakers have a big decision on their hands, as pairing Arman with the right fighter could shake up the division and set the stage for future title implications. Arman's style, combining precision striking with relentless pressure, makes him a dangerous challenge for anyone in the division, so the stakes are high. Fans are already buzzing about potential matchups with fighters like Merab, JDM, or even a surprise return from a veteran like Bisping. Every detail matters leading up to this fight, from training camp updates to weigh-in strategies, and Arman's team is reportedly leaving no stone unturned. The anticipation in the MMA community is palpable, with analysts debating who has the edge, which fighting styles could clash, and how Arman will adapt to his opponent's strengths. Social media has been flooded with reactions, predictions, and hype videos, all building the narrative that this fight could be a defining moment in Arman's career. With the official date set, it's only a matter of time before the countdown begins. The UFC always aims to deliver thrilling matchups, and pairing Arman with a top-tier opponent promises fireworks inside the octagon. Every punch, every takedown, and every round will be scrutinized, and Arman is ready to rise to the occasion. The fight is shaping up to be an unmissable event for fans around the world, and the hype continues to grow with each passing day. Move on to another news. Today, we dive into some big updates as Colby Covington revealed that the UFC shut down his potential matchup with Arman. Both Colby and Arman are set to face different opponents at RAF this weekend, but the original plan to see these two clash was reportedly blocked by the UFC. With Colby preparing to grapple Dylan Dennis this weekend, he sat down with Helen Ye to share some behind-the-scenes details that fans have been dying to hear. According to Colby, RAF initially wanted to book the matchup between him and Arman, but the UFC stepped in, making it clear that he was not allowed to fight another active UFC fighter outside the organization. He explained, "Yeah, and Arman is, the top of my list as well. The only reason I can't do Arman right now is because the UFC and Hunter Campbell, they haven't blessed me yet. They told me, nope, Colby, you're not allowed to go against any active UFC fighters. So unfortunately, right now, I can't go against him or any other UFC fighters." Colby didn't stop there. He emphasized just how much he wants that matchup, calling it an exciting fight between two athletes who can bring the crowd to their feet. "I'm going to have a talk with Hunter in 2 weeks in Miami when they do the show in Miami, and we're going to talk about everything because I want the Arman match." That's an exciting match. It's two guys that can get on the mic and get a crowd riled up, and then go out there and deliver an amazing performance, he said. He continued, highlighting the intensity and skill both fighters bring to the table, noting that they are probably two of the greatest athletes on the card. Fans have been craving this clash, knowing both Colby and Arman can deliver fireworks inside the octagon. While UFC restrictions have temporarily put a pause on this dream matchup, Colby made it clear that he's not backing down. The anticipation is already building, and the MMA community is eager to see this fight eventually happen. Both fighters bring an incredible mix of skill, charisma, and heart, and when the time comes, this matchup promises to be unforgettable. The hype around this fight is real, and Colby is ready to make sure nothing stands in the way when the UFC finally gives the green light. Fans should buckle up because this showdown has all the ingredients to be a classic. Move on to another news. Israel Adesanya could be facing the final chapter of his UFC career if things don't go his way this weekend. As UFC Seattle draws closer, rumblings have surfaced that this fight might mark Izzy's last inside the octagon if he suffers another defeat. With 3 straight losses already on his record, many fighters and analysts are starting to believe that retirement could be looming for the former champion. Izzy's career spans MMA, kickboxing, and boxing, totaling well over 100 professional combat sports bouts. Considering the longevity and intensity of his career, it's no surprise that fans are beginning to wonder if the end of Israel's competitive run is near, especially since financially, he seems to be in an excellent position to walk away. On a recent episode of the Pound for Pound podcast, Henry Cejudo was asked directly whether he believes Israel will retire if he loses to Joe Pyre this Saturday. Cejudo didn't hesitate, giving a straight answer, yes. He elaborated on his reasoning, explaining that it's not always about talent, but more about desire. When the ship has sailed, you come to a realization that it's probably not even about skill anymore. It's about wanting to do other things with your time, he said. Cejudo highlighted that Israel has already been preparing for life outside the octagon. He's DJing, pursuing other ventures, and laying the groundwork for his future. This, according to Cejudo, is a clear sign that Israel is already thinking beyond fighting. Cejudo drew parallels from his own experience, mentioning his own work in real estate and content creation while still active in the sport. So yeah, I do feel like if Israel gets finished or loses in this fight, he's done, he said. Even for Israel's most devoted fans, there's a sense that Cejudo could be right. Another loss would not just be a setback, it could signal the closing of an era in the middleweight division. Israel has given fans unforgettable moments throughout his career, blending precision striking with unmatched charisma and confidence. While there's still anticipation for his performance this weekend, the MMA world is bracing itself for the possibility that UFC Seattle might be the stage where one of the sport's most electrifying athletes finally hangs up his gloves. If that happens, Israel's legacy will remain untouchable, remembered as one of the most dynamic and exciting fighters of his generation. Move on to another news. Khamzat is teasing a move up to light heavyweight after his upcoming fight with Sean Strickland. The speculation has been building for months, as Khamzat has previously hinted at testing the waters at 205 pounds. Now, Israel Adesanya has added considerable fuel to that conversation, suggesting that a jump to light heavyweight could be on the horizon. Earlier this year, Khamzat made headlines when he floated the idea of a matchup with Alex Pata at the White House card, although that was before Pata's move up to heavyweight was officially confirmed. Fans have been closely following every hint, and the intrigue has only grown as UFC 3328 approaches. Ahead of his fight with Joe Pyre this Saturday, Adesanya was asked by the media whether returning to 205 pounds is still a possibility, or if he sees himself continuing at 185. He explained, "I like 185. This is where I'm at. This is where I range, so I'm going to stay." He acknowledged, however, that other fighters like Costa and apparently Khamzat might be moving up soon, suggesting that the light heavyweight division could see some big shakeups later this year. The timing of a potential move would likely depend on Khamzat successfully defending his 185-pound title first, which most analysts believe he will. Khamzat is currently booked to fight Sean Strickland at UFC 328 on May 8th, a matchup that promises fireworks. Adesanya weighed in on Strickland's chances, stating that he could pull off an upset if the fight goes into the later rounds and he avoids takedowns. But he also emphasized Khamzat's relentless pressure and aggressive style. "Khamzat is a bat out of hell," he said. "He comes aggressively straight away, and Strickland can probably match that, but we'll see. They've trained together, so there's probably something that happened in the gym that we're not privy to. It'll be interesting, and I look forward to watching it and reacting to it." Joe Pyre also shared his thoughts on the matchup, expressing support for Strickland while highlighting his strengths. "I think he's got a good opportunity. He's got solid takedown defense, good get-ups, and a real shot to win," Pyre said. As the fight approaches, fans and analysts alike are buzzing about the potential implications. If Khamzat gets past Strickland, a move to light heavyweight could reshape the division, opening new matchups and creating exciting possibilities for the rest of the year. The anticipation is building, and MMA fans around the world are ready for the fireworks inside the octagon when Khamzat steps in. Move on to another news. Dana White has officially shut down recent comments made by Ali Abdelaziz regarding Islam Makhachev's UFC return, Reports had surfaced claiming that Islam would be making his comeback in July, sparking excitement across the MMA world. Fans and analysts alike began speculating on potential matchups and scenarios, but Dana White quickly set the record straight. Responding directly to a post on Instagram, he wrote, "Not true, it's August," putting an end to the July rumors and confirming that Islam's return will be part of the August card. This clarification has reignited anticipation for his next fight, as supporters are eager to see the lightweight champion back in action. Dana's statement also signals that a formal announcement regarding Islam's opponent and fight details is imminent, creating a buzz in the MMA community and ensuring all eyes will be on the upcoming UFC event. While the focus has been on Islam's return, the MMA world is also keeping a close watch on Alex Pereira as he prepares for his highly anticipated matchup with Cyril Gane. Recently, Alex shared his current weight ahead of the fight, revealing that he now weighs an incredible 247 pounds. This is particularly astonishing when considering that Alex previously cut down to 185 pounds to compete at middleweight, marking a massive 60-pound difference. Despite this significant weight gain, Alex's body is reportedly handling it extremely well, and he looks like an absolute monster as he gets ready for the bout. Fans and analysts have been reacting to the transformation, highlighting his impressive size, strength, and conditioning, which could play a crucial role in his strategy against Gane. The combination of Dana White's clarification on Islam Makhachev's return and Alex Pereira's jaw-dropping physical transformation sets the stage for an exciting few months in the UFC. With the lightweight division gearing up for Islam's comeback and the heavyweight division witnessing Alex's evolution, the anticipation continues to build. Fans are preparing for high-level action, explosive matchups, and moments that could define careers. Both fighters are entering pivotal stages of their respective journeys, and the UFC is shaping up for an August card that promises to deliver some of the most thrilling combat sports moments of the year. The excitement is tangible, and the MMA world is buzzing with discussions about strategies, potential outcomes, and how these fights will impact the divisions moving forward. With every update, the hype continues to grow, ensuring that the return of Islam and the rise of Alex will be unforgettable. Move on to another news. Movsar Evloev recently went off on Ilia Topuria while also defending Islam Makhachev in a fiery Instagram comment. The drama started when someone posted an edit of Islam and Ilia, showing Islam talking about his love for the gym and his lifelong dream of running a big farm. In contrast, Ilia was captured at a press conference making a jab, saying that after their fight, if Islam loses, he can go back to his farm and continue herding a sheep. This obviously didn't sit well with Movsar. Under the video, Movsar left a scathing comment aimed directly at Ilia, calling him out for only being supported by his people due to blind patriotism. Movsar wrote, "If your father had to choose one of you as his son, him or Islam, he wouldn't choose you. You're only supported by your own people, not for your qualities, but out of blind patriotism, and everyone else backing you. Clowns, just like you." The comment seemed random, but it may have stemmed from pent-up frustration after Ilia had previously criticized Movsar at UFC 298's post-fight press conference. Ilia had targeted Movsar for his lack of finishes, pointing out that he has 8 UFC fights, all won by decision, with 0 knockouts or submissions. Ilia had said, "Look, Movsar is a good fight for me. I would love to fight him, but the guy has 8 fights in the UFC, 8 decisions, 0 submissions, 0 knockouts, 4 split decisions. Man, come on. He needs to finish someone. Maybe they can find someone for him in his hometown. I don't know. Maybe he can fight with his dad or something like that and finish him. He needs to finish someone." This clearly triggered Movsar to respond in such a bold way. In other news regarding Ilia, if anyone still doubts his rise as one of the UFC's biggest stars, recent developments should end that debate. Swiss luxury watchmaker Richard Mille has signed Ilia to a major sponsorship deal, equivalent to a Rolex partnership, highlighting his mainstream appeal and marketability. Meanwhile, Movsar's defense of Islam and his candid remarks about Ilia show that tensions are heating up in the lightweight division, adding even more intrigue for fans. The rivalry, the back-and-forth comments, And the growing star power of fighters like Ilia and Mavsar are shaping up to make this one of the most compelling matchups and storylines in the UFC today. Fans are closely watching every interaction, every comment, and every fight as these athletes continue to cement their legacies inside the octagon. Move on to another news. Israel Adesanya has made it clear that he is not interested in attending the UFC White House event. Speaking with Complex ahead of his next fight, Izzy emphasized that he has no plans to call for a spot on the card, and he isn't even interested in showing up just to spectate. His stance is firm, and it reflects a shift from the curiosity he had earlier about potentially participating in the historic event. When asked whether the UFC or Dana White ever approached him with an offer to fight at the White House, Izzy confirmed that nothing was officially presented. He explained that his prior interest came from a different time when the world was in another state, but now, given the current circumstances, attending or fighting there is simply not appealing. Izzy went on to say that he would rather watch the event from the comfort of his own home in New Zealand than be present in the States for it. "It's not really something that I would do," he stated, underscoring his preference to stay distant from the political spectacle. Earlier this year, Izzy had already expressed disinterest in fighting at the event, noting that even if a bunch of suits were in attendance, as opposed to real fans, it wouldn't motivate him to participate. His comments highlight that his focus remains solely on his performance inside the octagon and the fights that truly matter to his career and legacy. This decision aligns with Izzy's overall approach to his career, prioritizing meaningful matchups and personal comfort over external pressures or high-profile spectacles. While many fighters might be tempted by the exposure and prestige of such an event, Izzy's response shows a level of clarity and independence in his career choices. Fans and media alike have taken note of his commitment to staying true to himself and his priorities, showing that even with the allure of high-profile appearances, Izzy will not compromise on what matters most to him. As he prepares to return to the win column this Saturday, all eyes remain on Izzy's in-ring performance. His focus, discipline, and dedication continue to define his legacy in the UFC, and his decision to skip the White House event reinforces his approach to his career. Izzy is proving that the octagon is where his energy, attention, and passion belong, and that outside distractions, no matter how glamorous, will not divert him from his path. Fans around the world are watching closely, anticipating another masterful performance from one of MMA's most electrifying athletes.